We had Randy Orton win the match, and he will now challenge the WWE champion at WrestleMania. So, also in that match, we had Drew McIntyre interfere, and Drew McIntyre kind of helped Randy Orton win the Elimination Chamber, costing Cody the match. And Nick Aldis comes out and says Drew McIntyre will defend the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes this Friday night on SmackDown. So, Bestie, take this first.
Because you know where I'm going to go.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be in agreement here that McIntyre's dropping the title here to Cody.
Look, I'll fantasy book this because we've all expected Cody at some point when he returned 4 years ago at 38, he was going to face Randy. There's obviously built-in history and everything. WWE Championship on the line, like you just said. The world title is the richest prize in the business right now. Roman versus Punk. I don't give a fuck what Roman or what Randy and Punk are going to do. They could kiss and make out for all I care. Drew McIntyre, about to be former 3-time WWE champion, is about to face a former 2-time NWA champion at WrestleMania, and I can't wait.
Wait, say that one more time?
Drew's going to lose the title, and then he's going to face Nick Aldis.
That's what you think's going to happen?
Look, what else? What other storyline is there for him to do? He's already had matches with Jacob. What is it going to be, him and Jacob? If you watch the segments, and I could be making too much of this, but Nick has been getting thoroughly emotional in these spots, and they've been getting very hostile, a lot of profanity between the two. Yeah, that's my early hot take prediction. Drops the title, Drew's going to attack Nick, and then that's how we're going to get Nick in the ring.
So I think that we're getting Drew and Jacob because that whole attack backstage thing that has not gotten 100% rectified yet. But Cody versus Randy, that's the match that we want to see. Now, granted, we got it at King of the Ring, or not at Champions, where Cody became the King of the Ring. But this is something that we need, something that could, because we haven't gotten a full Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes thing. We have not dug back into the legacy days, and we have not dug into that footage. We haven't dug into any of that. And Randy Orton, somebody who's been on the sideline for a long time over the last couple of years, not because of injury, but just because they had nothing really for him. And this is something that Randy Orton can really sink his teeth into in here. And even though I do think Randy Orton will turn out to be the heel in the situation, but the interesting thing is I don't think anybody is necessarily going to boo Randy Orton because Cody has been so dry over the last almost year. And I think the crowd will end up turning on Cody and be all on the side of Randy Orton. What do you think?
I agree. So do you think within a 1 month time spell, we 1 month time span, we see Cody get his third WWE Championship reign and Randy goes on to become 15-time champion?
That's the interesting part. Does Randy win? I think you give it to Randy. Randy needs something.
Think so?
I think you give it to Randy here.
The amount of losses he's had over the past 4 years, yeah, I think so.
Now, granted,
who the hell saw him winning the chamber?
I didn't either. We all thought it was Cody, but Cody is still going to end up being in the main event regardless. But the thing is, with Randy here, if you give Randy the belt, how long does Randy hold it? And is it just something to give back to Cody?
I think I don't foresee them necessarily going this route, but if they play it like a tweener role, or if Orton stays face, Orton could always hold it for a little bit, and then some heel on SmackDown. Trick Williams, shit. I mean, maybe too soon, but why not?
Yeah, because the interesting thing with that is, it's like John Cena said this in a recent interview. Like WWE's in a weird position as they were like in 03 to 05, trying to find the next guy. And Cody, we're getting Cody fatigue at this point because he's been WWE champion for so long. And then we have Roman Reigns talk about nobody's really grabbed the ball and went with it, or grabbed the brass ring, whatever they call it, since he was gone. So it's like, all right, it's my time again. and nobody has been elevated to that position, and that's the issue here, because like we looked at the WrestleMania poster a few months back, and everybody's like, what, 40, 42 and up in that picture. Nobody is less than 35 in that picture. There's no next face of the company right now, and that's a major issue, because all right, who's gonna be the next guy? Who's gonna be the next guy that you can actually sell here as the face of the company? But I do think Cody will win the championship from Drew on Friday night. And as of now, I'll pencil in Randy Orton as my winner. And I do think Randy Orton will go on Tony Hill, because this could be really good. As I said, you could dig into that legacy things, the stuff with Cody's dad and things like that. There's a lot to dig into that they have not
all the roads.
Yeah, because this is the one thing they have not dug into since Cody's been back. It's his history with Randy. Other than that match to be the king of the ring, they have not had a one-on-one singles match. And this is really going to be good, especially if Randy Orton is the heel in this situation, which I think he will, because you can't trust the Viper. All right.